popping everybody? It's your girl Drizzy. Welcome back to Drizzy Radio, place where we talk about celebrity gossip, celebrity news, trending topics. If you're new here, kindly don't leave without subscribing. Now let's get straight into some things, you guys. Oh my God. This tea was so juicy that I can't just walk past it respectfully. So y'all know that last week but one, when Annie's situation was going, the beef between Amber and AMIRA got reignited yet again, okay, based on what Amber said. Amber was basically just comforting Annie, Annie Idibia, and telling Annie, don't worry, I'm sending you all the love, all the peace, I hope you find what you're looking for. And many people are calling Amber all sort of hypocrite. You're out here, being all two-faced with Annie, yet you did the same thing to yet another woman, meaning you were involved with a married man. Amber kept on saying, I never knew he was married. One minute she said, I knew he was married, but he's a Muslim. He's entitled to 4 women. You know what I'm saying? And it went on and on and on and on. And of course, AMIRA throwing some shade, calling Amber a hypocrite. Okay, hypocrite. And then, Amber go and do an interview, honey, where she was literally calling out AMIRA all sorts of name. Okay, in the beginning, when they used to go at it with each other, many times Amber was heard calling AMIRA, body shaming AMIRA, saying, you're not beautiful, go and remove the fats in your stomach. And now that AMIRA went and worked on her body and she's looking all good, now Amber doesn't have any insult to insult AMIRA other than to say that AMIRA is obsessed with her. Let's watch this clip as we continue the mess, because even the men were involved. Jamal Safi is currently going back and forth with Amber's husband Rapudo, and honey, the tea is piping hot.
Why is she always obsessed with me? Like throwing shades here and there. I mean, it's 4 years. Fucking move on. I left you in that relationship. Na ukaamua kutoka. I mean, if I was the problem, let me ask you. Before I got in the picture, Jamal, he had another child. Na mwanamke mwingine, right? Before me, and AMIRA was still in the picture. Why didn't she leave? Why didn't she leave? Just because Amambona, is she not obsessed with that other woman? Why is she always obsessed with me? Like throwing shades here and there. I mean, it's 4 years. Fucking move on. Like, live your life. Leave me alone. Unajua, I don't owe anyone any explanation. I mean, wananitukana, ulinyang'anya na bwana. Na hakuna mtu nilinyang'anya bwana. Unajua, I was just a second wife.
So you knew when you got married to Jamal?
I didn't know. That is my truth. I didn't.
Of course, many people were saying why you keep on changing your story, because there are some interviews where Amber was heard saying, I knew he was married, but he's a Muslim. Or rather, she came to know about the marriage after they were already in a relationship, not a marriage structure. And I feel like the real reason why with Amber and AMIRA it was so publicized is because Amber was a celebrity, and maybe AMIRA was going back and forth with the women that Jamal Safi was cheating with, but Amber must also know that these women, their story did not come out because they were not known people. Amber, you were known, and that's why your story was, it is what it is. So what happened is, it went like that. AMIRA just say she doesn't have time to go back and forth with people who are not good for her. Meaning she was saying that she doesn't have time to go back and forth with Amber. So Amber's husband go and do an interview with Ofuneke. And he said some things, okay? He talked about how he felt like it was not Amber or AMIRA's fault. It was all but Jamal's fault, because he was the one to bring his house on order. And this is what my problem is with women. When you find out that your husband is cheating on you, why is it so easy to forgive that man, but know the person that they cheated with. Most of the time, if you find out that your husband is cheating with your best friend automatically become your enemy, but you will take back your husband, even though most of the time we come to find out that your husband was the one who kept on pursuing the best friend. I understand the best friend also, should know, But anyway, let's watch this interview with Dr. Fueneke and Rapudo, first of all, before we continue the mess.
Happened during that time, I can't blame Amira, I can't blame Ambare. There was a man who was involved. If you're a man, you are entrusted to be a leader. You understand?
I hear you.
Whether you're a Muslim or not, you're allowed to marry 4 wives or 10 wives. If you're a man, you need to take that leadership role. If there's a problem in your house, you bring your house in order. The fact that all that happened, it means someone was not able to bring these two into order. And there's a person that I blame. They could have done it for their own reasons, maybe social media clout, whatever it is. But Ambare is not that kind of a person. She was just in a bad company and which brought a very bad side of her. All she needed was a man who loves her for who she is and who understands her, for her to settle and be who she is at the moment.
Of course, as a loving husband, Rapudo, defended the wife, said that Ambare doesn't have to carry all the blame. I'm saying it was Ambare's company that she used to keep that got her in that situation. I'm asking for that accountability, I'm saying. But anyway, the thing is, the real reason why people are also going hard on Ambare, apparently, it's not the first time Ambare doing this, okay? She did it with that MP for Kisii person. Apparently, that person was also married, and Ambare happened to have been connive herself into that marriage also again. Only in that marriage, she did not succeed. That is where the story of her being a witch, going to see witch doctors, where she was nicknamed Demakuku, came from. So Jamal Rosafi got a hold of this interview and decided to say something. And also I'm going to play you a clip where, do you remember there's a time where there's a story that came out that people say that Ambare is still on the low with Jamal Rosafi, and that Jamal Rosafi is the one who is paying her rent, even though she's married. Okay, let's read. Let me read to you Jamal Rosafi's response to what Rapudo said about him. Okay, Jamal Rosafi said in a quote, "You think you are better men? Dude, better men don't talk about other men. Just show how ideal you are. It's actually waste of time for me to answer a grifter individual. Check my record, dude. It speaks for itself." And this is what Rapudo said. This is what Rapudo said. After 3 years of unreciprocated shade, a single comment had him researching for every word in the dictionary to defend himself, his fragile ego. The truth ideal, however, is displayed in the ruthless guest of selfish in the local celebrity and politician. If their acknowledgement could validate his existence, okay? So not too long ago, he has his way with English, self-proclaimed a well-spoken English person. You all know Luos with English. He talked about how if your man cannot argue in English, and I felt like he was definitely throwing shade at Jamal Rosafi, because he felt like Jamal Rosafi, when it comes to academic, he's not that good. He's way better than him. But I feel like when it comes to Mula, many people argue that Jamal have it like that with connections also. So let me play you another clip.
That Jamal has been financing and even paying rent because for some weird reason Rapudo has not been able to be financially stable. And there's a split
of bills or whatever it is.
Bills, and I think you saw it as well.
I did, and I never responded. I can't respond to rubbish. I saw that someone wrote that he gives Fade 100K or whatever. It's not even close to the bills in that house. We have 4 children, including Africana. All of them go to British system schools. Do you know how much it costs per term?
How much?
Almost 1 million. Ask anyone who's a British system. It's an expensive form of education. So what will 100,000 shillings do to me or to us? What will it change? Nothing. shopping only in that house every month is almost 200,000 shillings every month. Amber does not even buy salt. Not because she can't afford. No.
What Rapudo say kind of makes sense, because you would expect, if indeed Jamal was the one who was paying for the bills, you would expect him to use that to demean Rapudo even more. But the fact that he did not use that speaks volume. And also, you know, I'm like, okay, he's helping with the rent. What about the school fee? What about the lifestyle? And also, I heard many people justifying the tea that came out that Jamal was actually the one who was paying for everything, that you all see how Amber is working so hard. I feel like Amber is just a hardworking person, and she likes to have her own money and not to depend on one person. Do I believe like Rapudo is that rich the way he wants people to believe? I don't think so. We've seen some things on social media, but it is what it is, honey. At the end of the day, it's all about the narrative. Keep it classy, time. I see you on the next one. Adios.